Hi, my name is Michelle Limbaugh, and this is my third night to shine. I'm a volunteer with Special Olympics. I'm a full-time caregiver for my adult son with special needs, and I work with my husband, who is an attorney, focusing on elder law issues. So we're very passionate about this community and so excited about Night to Shine. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to be a good buddy for your honored guests. And so the first thing, maybe the most important thing, is to love your honored guests. It's a Peace with Christ motto, and it's a lovely way to think about how to treat people. So how do you love your honored guests well? The first thing is to let your honored guests, as much as possible, be the decision maker. Now, they're going to need some help with the decisions, knowing what decisions that there are, but let them to decide where to go. Do they do hair and nails first? Do they do shoe shine first? That sort of thing. Let them decide what makes the most sense for them. For food, let them decide what they want to eat, what they don't want to eat, and give them the space to do that. Sometimes it'll take a few minutes for your honored guests to process some information. Don't feel like the empty space is awkward. Just give them some time to process and make the decision. The other thing you can do to love your honored guests well is to look for and then respect their nonverbal boundaries. A lot of the honored guests don't have the words to explain what they need, but you can tell sometimes when they want some more space or when they want to be right up next to you. So look for their nonverbal boundaries and then respect those. The other thing you can do with that is you can share your boundaries. A lot of people with disabilities have boundary issues. That's not to say a bad thing, but they don't necessarily pick up on nonverbal cues. So you can share your boundaries. What does that mean? Like, I'm uncomfortable with hugs, so can you ask me before you hug me? Or as far as personal space, like, wow, you're standing really close to me right now, and I love that we're so close to each other, but can you give me a little bit of space? It's okay to share your boundaries with them, and then you can even ask them, what are your boundaries? So love your honored guests well. The second way that you can be a good buddy to your honored guests is to remember people first language. And what does that mean? Your honored guest is here because they have some sort of disability or diagnosis. But people first language reminds everybody that the honored guest is not their diagnosis or not their disability. For example, a person with autism, you would say, this person has autism, but they're not an autistic person because they are more than just their autistic diagnosis. They might be artistic. They might love animals. They might love to play music, but they are more than what their disability is. So remember, when you are with your honored guests, their disability might be the first thing that you see, but that's not all they are. So just remember that they are more than what their disability is. Just like we all are, we're more than one thing. All right. The third way you can be a good buddy to your honored guests is to be present. Now you're probably thinking, of course I'm going to be present. I'm going to be paired with them. But what does that mean? You're going to be paired with your honored guest from the time that they walk down the runway to the very end when you guys all say goodbye to each other. But what I'm talking about is being present with them during that whole time. So if the honored guest wants to go run and say hi to their friends, absolutely go with them. Introduce yourself, just like you would anybody else. Say, hi, my name's Michelle, what's your name? If they want to go dance with their friends, absolutely. You can say, hey, can I dance with you? If they say, no, I just want to dance with my friends, that's fine. Just take a step back. But be present with them with what they want to do. Because remember, we're letting them be the decision makers. They should be the decision makers. This night is about them. It's about what they want to do, not necessarily what you want to do. The fourth and final way you can be a good buddy is to know your limits. Guess what? We are going to have 4 people at the event in red shirts that their whole job is going to be to support you. When you hit a wall with your buddy, whether it be communication or your buddy's having a hard time or is getting overwhelmed, we are there for you. And I'm going to be one of the red shirt people. And so the people in red shirts are going to be there for questions, support, whatever you need. So if you hit that wall where I don't know what to do, my buddy's not having a good time, my buddy looks like they're about to have a fit, come and get us. That is our job, and we are happy to help. The disability community is very close to my heart. My son has a disability, and he's now an adult, and so he's in this adult world with disabilities. And I always thought that a person with a disability maybe didn't want to do the same things I wanted to do because they acted different. But that's not the case. People with disabilities, they love everything everybody else loves. And the longer that I'm in it, the more people that I get to meet, I'm just overwhelmed with the variety of people and interests that I see. So what I love about Tim Tebow's Night to Shine is that it's an opportunity to give them a night out that's all about them. And a lot of these honored guests that are going to be coming are older, and it might seem weird to have an older person with a disability coming to a prom-like event, but they just really want to have a good time. And I can tell you for certain that this has been the talk of the Special Olympic meetings ever since I started talking about it. Everyone's asking me about it, or they're like, oh, they're doing it again because they have come before, and they know that Peace with Christ takes care of them. And I think they know that because they've experienced, but they also know our family, and because we are in the community, because we are in Special Olympics, because we volunteer with Arc of Aurora, because of the way our jobs are. This is our life, this is what we do, and they know that they will be respected and taken care of here.
Hi, my name is Donna Patton, and I'm the Director of Children and Student Ministry here at Peace with Christ. And I just want to begin by thanking you. Thank you so much for all that you are doing to volunteer for a night that we are incredibly excited about, Night to Shine 2023. You've already gotten a lot of those details from Michelle, or if you haven't watched that video yet, you will, to understand our special needs community and why we're so passionate about this event. But I'm here to tell you a little bit about the logistics, to thank you for being a part of it, and then to answer any questions, hopefully, that you have. First of all, Night to Shine is an event that we've been doing here at Peace with Christ for 3 years. It's an amazing night that reaches out to our special needs community and all of our honored guests. We're going to have an estimated 130 honored guests, over 250 volunteers on our campus. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but it is, because for this night, we are surrounding our special needs community and celebrating them, and you get to have a front row seat to that. So thank you. I want to walk you through a little bit when you get here. Some things will happen that night, but I'll explain that to you also. When you first arrive, you're going to park up at St. Michael's Catholic Church, unless we let you know otherwise. From there, you'll take a shuttle down to Peace with Christ. It's like walking distance, but we want to make it comfortable for you. When you arrive here, you'll go to our downstairs area, follow the signage, where you'll sign into our volunteer registration. At that point, they're going to ask you to put a phone number into your phone where you'll receive text updates all night long, or if you have a question, there's something that you need, you'll text into that number. One of our volunteers will be manning that station, and we'll get to you right away with whatever you need. Once you are checked in, there will be 2 rooms downstairs, one for guys, one for girls. You can put anything that you have of value. It'll be locked up during the event. We'll have some food down there for you, and then we want you to make your way upstairs to the different areas where you might be volunteering. If you're a buddy, you're going to come right into our worship center, check in there, and that's where you will be paired with a buddy, and then you'll be on the red carpet and your night will begin. It's going to be great. After our honored guests leave the red carpet, they're going to receive an armband that will let them know all the activities that they can choose from. Michelle talked about choices during the event. So we've got dinner, we've got hair and makeup, we've got VIPs, we've got limo rides. It's just a great event. At 7 o'clock, our doors to the worship center will open back up, so we'll shift from registration for our honored guest to our prom event. We've got special lighting, special decorations, some games that will line the sides of the worship center, and best of all, it's our red carpet event. That's where each honored guest will be crowned king and queen. Safety is very important to us at Peace with Christ because we have so many people here and we know different things can happen. We will be texting you our safety plan. Our goal basically is for you to be successful. For you to be successful as a volunteer and for each of our honored guests to be successful as an honored guest. So, are you ready? Thanks for being a part of Night to Shine. We're excited to see you February 10th. Please be here at the time that's in the email, and we can't wait to see you. God bless.